the one that jumps to me immediately when I think about people wanting to save and reduce taxes that they're going to owe when we're looking at year end, now is the time to go look at your pay stubs and see how much have I saved to my 401k. Have I done my catch up contributions if I'm over the age of 50, right? So numbers this year were 23,000 max for 401k, 7,000 for catch up, unless it's 60 to 63, if I remember correctly.
60 to 63.
And then it's 11.5, which is just random. But so there are things to do there. If you're a small business owner, do you have a SEP IRA so you can put away 20% of your gross income, or 25% if you're an S corp? If solo 401k is even better in that circumstance, right? So like these are the things you want to have taken care of before year end. A solo 401k has to be open before December 31st to fund for the tax year. Those are all things to be mindful of.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing is looking at how much room do we have to go? Because, here we are in December, holidays are around the corner. And, if whether it's through open enrollment, or maybe you did it in January, chances are your 401k election, how much you're saving, it's on autopilot. And so now's a good time just to lift our heads up, just to say, hey, is there still, with time left in the year, an opportunity to increase our contributions to fully get that tax deduction, to max it out?
Yes.
Same thing goes, we've talked earlier about health savings account, same benefit as well. We love that account, turns into, a glorified retirement account later on down the road, but, we can pick up that deduction if we can max it out. And so, when we walk our clients, Scott, around September, October through tax planning, not only are we talking about so many of these topics, but we're taking the opportunity to look at how much they've withheld this year and whether or not they're on track to, either net out or get a refund, or in a lot of cases, if they've under withheld, this is an opportunity to say, ooh, we need to actually adjust these final paychecks heading into the end of the year.
100%, especially for people who have like bonuses coming and stock compensation. It's something that very commonly happens that we under withheld. So just knowing what's your safe harbor amount, be that 90% of your income or 110% of your income. For most people that we work with, it's 110% of what you paid the previous year to be safe and not owe penalties and interest above and beyond what you need to pay in. But you probably need to set aside more. So just knowing what that is, absolutely, that's important to know. And then for the 401ks, if you do go in and you're like, oh, you know what, I do have the cash flow to max out that 23K or that 30 grand, and you're going to go do it you're going to ratchet up the percentage to be okay this year, you're going to get used to that. So when you get into January, go dial it back to whatever the new amount is for 31 grand for the year. I'm just making it up that 30 goes to 31. Whatever that is, make it so it's that percentage then for the rest of the year, and you're fine. Now you're just saving more, but do it as a percentage, not a dollar amount. When you do it as a percentage, you don't have to change it as often.
Yeah, that's really good. And same thing goes for taxes. If you find, oops, it's October, I've under withheld for the year, remember that for next year when you go into January, even over withholding just a bit, so that you're in a more favorable situation in the years to come.